is another gay horror pod with Stuart Ross and Jesse Tevitt. Favorite activity when you hit record?
When I hit record, not when we podcast.
No,
The only thing you like about us podcasting is when I hit record and when I hit stop.
Exactly.
In between, I black out every time we record a podcast. So
yes, I'm actually a completely different person. When you talk
walk
to
out
me.
of my sensory deprivation chamber and I'm like, the world is alive.
We're kind of like Severance. This is kind of like a Severance vibe.
Yeah,
like
a show I haven't
clocking
seen.
in.
I need to watch that show.
What?
I don't know. Okay. So I'm a contrarian, born and dead, and if I can't be on something before everyone else is, I don't want to be on it.
Oh.
And like the Apple TV show right. At the end of last year,
Friends and Neighbors.
No, the woman who doesn't get assimilated into the Borg.
Oh wait.
Yeah, the Breaking Bad guy show.
The Breaking Bad guy show. Oh, Pluribus.
Yeah. I got on it just before it really blew up, and then I was like, fine, I'm good. Yeah, but I think if I had waited until right at the end of the season, I would have never watched it.
You know what? You know what's going to blow your mind? What I did something similar with Game of Thrones.
Ooh, when did you start?
Isn't that devastating? I never started, girl.
Oh, I tried Game of Thrones, and do you know what? I watched 6 episodes, and I couldn't tell you who any of those people were, and I didn't give a fuck.
The pilot and the first couple episodes, I never got through because they're like kind of slow and dense, and I'm like, if you don't get me from the jump, my patience is limited.
You got to hook me down.
You got to hook me down. And you know what? Here's another gag for you. I have watched House of the Dragon and Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and I love both of them.
I do love that. That's counterculture. That's actually queer representation. Not watching mainstream Game of Thrones, but watching the spinoffs and the prequels.
I know. And I said, you know what? I didn't get it on the first time. I'm going to get on this.
Yeah, I'm going to be on top of it. Yeah.
Well, also House of the Dragon is like really gay. It's like 2 powerful women like fighting against each other.
I'm never going to watch it. So
you should. If someone says Stuart, if Chris says Stuart, we got to do this.
I sometimes give in to his wants and needs. Yeah. Not often, but how are you doing? We have not seen each other. Well, we saw each other last night, but we have not recorded for 3 weeks.
I know, it's crazy.
Is the longest we've ever gone without recording. How have you been?
Oh, I've been good. I feel like once again I'm blacked out, so you're maybe take this with a grain of salt, but I feel good. We went out last night, like you said. Yeah. I had 1 margarita, opened my legs, and we had a good time. But yeah, I mean, I've been working, been watching horror movies. Oh, I saw a movie I think you would really like recently called Exit H, which is adaptation of a horror game. It was like really tight and fun and really well done. I was really surprised. This is maybe a hot take. I think it might be one of the best video game adaptations maybe ever.
I'll have to check
I know
it
the
out.
Bar is very low.
As we discovered last April when we were doing a video game horror month, and it was Resident Evil and then downhill.
Yeah. But it's really good. Yeah, so that's probably the most notable horror flick I've watched since we last talked. That's actually that's probably true.
And you traveled, you went to Myrtle Beach?
I did. I traveled for work, and I also saw my parents in North Carolina, and separately where work was for Myrtle Beach, which is a very specific vibe.
Space.
If you're
like an hour south of where your parents live, so
that's
close.
Correct. That's
not
correct.
To dox your parents on the pod, but
please, let me drop their address really
drop
quick.
their pen.
Oh yeah. How are you doing, honey?
I'm good. I'm tired, but not bad tired. I've been just really busy. 2 weeks ago we missed because I went on a couple's anniversary trip with our friends Ben and Michaela. So we went up north and went to Hearst Castle and tasted wine. Hearst Castle, honestly, kind of Rebecca vibes.
I believe that.
Yeah.
How far is it from LA?
It's like 4 hours. So we drove up to Solvang, had some lunch, went to Final Girl Wines for a bottle of wine.
Oh my God, do you love it?
It was so cute. I kind of, if we were staying longer, I would have stayed for a second bottle of wine, but we had to get up the highway.
It's cute.
And then, we just had a good weekend of drinking wine and antiquing, and we ate really good food, and it was just a nice time. It was a weekend I needed off.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Yeah.
currently I'm done prepping a movie. It starts filming tomorrow.
Exciting.
So I have 6 weeks of production, um, which is going to be nuts. But
Exciting.
we're shooting all around LA. We're shooting nights. We're shooting some stunts. We're really going
Mhm.
after it.
Yeah.
And we'll see who I am at the end of this in 6 weeks. But
Shooting nights in LA is like it's like a whole nother world
yeah, I
that
mean, thankfully for me, I don't really have to shoot nights.
okay.
I have, because a lot of what I do is dealing with unions and dealing with vendors. I have to work during the day,
Right.
but there will be a lot of times where I will show up at 9 a.m. when they're just finishing filming to grab the footage from the night before and drive it to our post house. Um, and so it's a lot. It's going to be a lot of. The biggest thing we've been figuring out this week is just like the logistics of this. It's a pretty small movie. It's
Mhm.
a okay budget, but like there's not a ton of crew, so it's a lot of just like, where do I fit in? How do I help? How do I get shit done? So that's been fun, interesting, exhausting.
Right.
And I'm happy to be here recording with you. And we
Yeah.
should be able to
This
record throughout. I think we've set up our schedule is pretty good that no matter what, I can usually record one episode in a weekend.
yeah, we can knock it out. We have
Yeah.
I feel like we have it down to a science thanks to your planning and coordinating.
Yes, which it's not always fun for you to deal with my planning and coordinating, but
No, but I think it's essential and vital to the health of our pod.
yeah.
So,
Well, and we're both. I mean, I'm so much busier than I was when we started this podcast.
true. Remember those days when you were like, give me a job, give me a job.
When we started this podcast, I was like 6 months unemployed, and I had like 4 more before I got any work. So
Yeah, that was, oh my God.
so now it's like, oh great, we're like, I have jobs again. I can pay my bills, but I can't run this like a full-time job anymore.
You can't run this like the military anymore.
Not yet.
It's
Someday
really
though, guys.
remarkable.
Subscribe to our Patreon. I would love for this to be my full-time job.
Can I just say you need to give yourself a pat on the back, because I feel like as the industry, as the city moves kind of like more kind of spirals into like being harder to work in the business and being, harder to secure jobs, you've managed to, since we started the pod, get a steady stream of gigs.
And I'm just trying to like expand past everything. So I'm trying to find
past
like
posting poll.
Yeah. I mean, if you Venmo me $20, I'll send it to you. But no, it was funny because my email profile picture is my gay horror club profile picture with the arms. And
Smart.
our AD was like, are you showing guns in your profile picture? And I was like,
you said,
I was like, yeah. And he was like, I'm not saying it. And I was like, oh yeah, no, the industry's falling apart. Like we all have to diversify our revenue streams.
right. Everyone's got to become an influencer.
Yeah. We're all sort of trying our best.
Oh my God, wait, this is a great segue. Speaking of trying their best, today we are talking Rebecca, 1940.
I will say,
right? Is that good a segue?
Not our best segue, not our worst. But so our better segue was earlier when you were talking about House of the Dragons and you were saying it was 2 women competing for power. And I was like, no, that's Rebecca. But I didn't want to segue too soon. So we were always kissing the best segue, but sometimes you hit it before you can quit it. I don't know.
That makes sense. You can't quit it before you haven't hit it.
We are talking about Rebecca. Do you want to dip into some fun facts?
Please take us in.
So the first fun fact is over 20 actresses screen tested for this movie. The one who Laurence Olivier, who played Maxim, pushed for the most was Vivian Leigh, who at the time was his girlfriend. So he was trying to get her to play Mrs. De Winter. She was, I mean, at this point,
good for him.
At this point, I think she hadn't done Gone with the Wind yet. So this would have been
Vivian Leigh, no relation to Janet Leigh.
No.
Is that right?
No.
Yeah.
She would have just finished Gone with the Wind. So it's actually kind of a huge Like the fact that they passed up having the lead actress of the biggest movie of all times at that point.
Yeah.
They were like, no, we're gonna go with a newcomer, Joe Fontaine.
Yeah.
Joan Fontaine, famously the sister of Olivia de Havilland,
That's right.
the
That's right.
the grudgiest woman in show business. They were at real conflict with each other. Joan Fontaine, I think because her real name is de Havilland, and her
Right.
mom wouldn't let her use de Havilland because she thought it cheapened Olivia's brand.
I mean, that's kind of admirable because I feel like, with the
For your child daughter to be like, actually, Olivia is the star and you're not.
you know what? They were ahead of their time.
They were, yeah. Whatever happened to
the
baby Olivia de Havilland?
Olivia Dabbler. Well, obviously the Nepo baby conversation has never been more prescient. And so I feel like her mom, Joan's mom said, listen, we're going to try and distance ourselves from your sister.
She didn't say it like that. She said it as you suck and I don't want you ruining Olivia's chances by your suckage.
Not me defending toxic mom behavior.
Yeah. And honestly, I think it's time we defended toxic mom behavior on the podcast.
Yeah, it's way past due.
But yeah, they're the only two siblings to win lead actor or actress categories. They both won lead actress.
Is that true?
It is, yeah. I wouldn't say it. Would I say something that wasn't true?
Absolutely. That's the basis of this podcast.
Yeah, so it's I don't have any more fun facts.
Our fun facts were all just lies.
All my fun facts on siblings.
Yeah,
as a noted sibling boy, I had to dip in.
That's understandable.
And
I commend you for that.
Yeah. So Rebecca, you've read the book, Rebecca. How did it compare?
I have read the book. The book
You've read the book. You haven't watched the movie.
It's hard because, yeah, exactly. It's hard because the movie's great.
Yeah.
And how do I say this? The book is, as with any book, you sort of create an atmosphere in your head. Obviously, the book does a lot of heavy lifting, but you paint a picture yourself. And the book is oppressive in its atmosphere, and you're directly in the head. It's from the first person. You're directly in. I think it's from the first person. Jesus, I just read it. You're in the mind of the lead character.
Yeah, so you're the new Mrs. De Winter.
The new Mrs. De Winter, and you're getting that toxic, frantic, frenetic kind of viewpoint. And in the movie, there's the music is kind of whimsical. The acting is affected, so it's a little different. But I will say I've watched the remake with Armie Hammer and Lily James. Lily James.
Yeah.
And the original, the Hitchcock version, is much more effective and honestly much tighter. I really liked it. There's a couple of notable scenes in the book. For example, the new Mrs. De Winter meets Maxim's mom.
Ooh,
and the mom is like, "Where's my Rebecca?" And she confuses the two of them. And it's honestly a great scene in the book, but it's not essential necessarily, and they remove that from the movie. And the movie's, despite being over 2 hours, it's much tighter. Yeah, much leaner.
Is the end different?
Yes.
Yeah, because this end feels Hays Code.
Yes.
So very much like the evil woman will be punished.
Yes. So in the end, it's interesting. So in the end, Maxim and the new Mrs. De Winter are driving because the entrance to Manderley is pretty far away from the actual mansion. So they're driving kind of up over a few hills, and they're coming up over the last hill, and they see in the distance the mansion burning.
Yeah.
And it cuts. So you don't really get the context of did someone set it on fire? Is Mrs. Danvers alive? Is she guilty? You don't get that at all. So the Hitchcock version is very different, really.
Yeah.
And the same can be said for the remake with Lily Collins. God damn it, Lily James. It's
Emily's not in Paris. Emily in Mandalay.
Emily's in Manderley.
Manderley.
Emily's not in Manderley.
No.
Sorry, they say Manderley, but in my head, I also said Manderley.
Yeah, because I think it's Mandalay Bay, and I keep getting confused.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So there actually is also a musical version of this that never hit Broadway, but was a huge controversy. It debuted in Europe, and there was a huge fundraising scandal for the production on Broadway, where it turned out this guy who didn't exist was collecting millions of dollars to produce it and then vanished.
Whoa, that's an incredible fun fact.
And that's a bonus fun fact. But it was the sort of the mega musical era where every musical had like one giant set piece thing, like the Phantom Chandelier, and in that it was a staircase that would move and represent the different parts of the building. And it ended with the staircase seemingly on fire with Mrs. Danvers running up.
Oh, clever. So, that's cool.
That's a couple extra bonus fun facts about Rebecca, a movie I had not seen until this week, but I have watched maybe 3 documentaries about that, the Broadway scandal.
That's amazing. Where can we watch it? YouTube?
Yeah, there's a really good, I think it's called Waiting in the Wings. It's a really good
Waiting in the Wings. That's a peculiar title for.
I think it's based off a Noel Coward script, but like the wings is the side of the we're just off stage.
Yes, got it. I will say also one big difference I noticed from the book to the movie. In the book, the new Mrs. De Winter is painted as being very adolescent, so much so that Maxim thinks of her almost as like a pseudo daughter, like the way that's portrayed somewhat in the movie, but in the movie I found that their connection there was much more, I don't know if passion is the right word, but like
they're equals. I think they're not equals at the beginning, but she about halfway through becomes more of an equal.
Yes, I'll say that. I'll also say there's sexual tension between them, and in the book, that's like more or less missing. Maxim is like considerably older than her, and really just treats her like as a little girl, like at all times. So, but yeah, I mean, Joan Fontaine was really, really good in this. I really loved her.
Yeah, should we hop in?
Let's hop in.
Yeah, we meet Maxim De Winter standing on the edge of the water, sort of looking like he's about to throw himself in. And the new Mrs. I hate that she doesn't have a name.
I know. It's brilliant and also frustrating in the movie. It's
really brilliant, but it doesn't take into consideration that podcasters sometime in the future, we're going to write 3 pages of notes without being able to write a name. So sometimes I just call her Joan.
It's bad for SEO.
Yeah, it's tough for me. But so she comes up and is like, "Don't do that. Don't jump. Don't do it. No." And then we go to the hotel. They're in Monte Carlo. The whole opening of this movie is Monte Carlo, and it's sort of we meet the future new Mrs. De Winter. And that's really hard when her character's name is reliant on something that happens 30 minutes in.
Exactly.
But so she is sort of the traveling companion of a wealthy American aristocrat named Mrs. Van Hopper, who is very taken with George. I'm going to say his whole name one time.
Please.
George Fortescue Maxim De Winter. And he is the owner of Manderley, a coastal palatial estate in the south of England, I think near Bath.
Yes, he's very wealthy and prominent in society, and this woman is like really obsessed with all things wealth.
She's a grifter. Cut open his skin and climb inside of him.
Yes, she's a grifter, and she's honestly portrayed exactly on the page as she is in the movie.
Yeah,
and in the
Netflix
newer
version.
Adaptation, she's played by Ann Dowd.
Oh my god.
10 out of 10 casting.
That's the only thing where I'm like, we could just time travel Ann Dowd into this movie.
Yes.
this movie would be A+.
Yes. Yeah.
But
but this is a great performance.
Yeah, and she takes ill, and it sort of opens the door. Like Maxim is sitting, sees Joan Fontaine's character sitting at breakfast alone, and he's like, "Come sit with me," and they sort of start up a relationship where they're playing tennis and they're going for drives and they're enjoying Monte Carlo, all while Mrs. Van Hopper has been taken ill.
She's in bed and she's putting out cigarettes in her face cream. She's laid up in bed and she can't be bothered to do anything. She can't even be bothered to get out of the bed.
She's so sick, all she can do is smoke cigarettes all day.
Yes, exactly.
But she does get the good news that her daughter is engaged. And so she's like, nameless child, we're going back to America. Let's get on boat. Let's go. And then nameless child runs to Maxim and is sort of like, we're leaving. And he's like, don't leave, baby.
Yes.
Let's get married.
Let's get married. It's a very quick
courtship.
Yeah, it's a courtship. Yeah,
it is about 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
but it is a fast courtship.
Yes.
It feels like maybe 6 days. 6 days, 7 nights.
I can't imagine she was in bed for more than a week.
Yeah, I don't know. People in the olden times used to just get sick forever.
Wait, that's so true. Well, it's not
this
like
could
medicine
be 6
was like
months.
So it's not like,
and she was just waiting for morphine to get from Paris down to Monte Carlo, like
for her cold. She's like, I need morphine.
I need. Where is the opium?
She strikes me as someone who gets morphine when she gets a cold.
Yes,
she's like, let me get all of that.
So we, the new Mrs. Fontaine. Mrs.
De Winter.
The new Mrs. De Winter and Maxim get married. They get married in Monte Carlo, right?
No, they get married. Or wait, I believe they get married in Italy. They either get married in Monte Carlo or they get married in Italy and they spend some time in Italy, like kind of enjoying their honeymoon.
A little honeymoon.
But I just want to say something really quickly in the book to really hit home the new Mrs. De Winter's adolescence. Maxim, like in the movie, like they tell her collectively. They tell oh my god,
Mrs. Van Hopper.
Mrs. Van Hopper. They tell Mrs. Van Hopper collectively they're getting married. In the book, Maxim's like, okay, new Mrs. De Winter, like you sit here, like I'll go tell her, and he literally closes the door, and as if they're being like, let the adults talk. So
I do think this movie does lose. Does the new version have a little bit more of the infantilizing of Lily James's character?
Not really.
I do think it is missing that because it's a creepy element.
Totally. Yeah. And it's really, I mean, it feels borderline inappropriate because at multiple points in the book, they're like, she's young, she's fresh out of school.
Yeah, she's about a child. But that's what they used to do. That's what they used to do. And this book is written by Daphne du Maurier, who also wrote The Birds. The book The Birds is based on.
Oh my God. Yeah. I didn't know that.
And I don't think she actually liked this adaptation.
Wow.
That might actually be a fun line, not a fun fact. But I'm also not going to Google it.
Wait, was she alive when the adaptation came out?
Yeah, no, she was. Okay, I guess I am going to Google it.
Du Maurier.
She lived to 1989.
Oh, shit.
She missed my birth by 3 months.
Damn it, Daphne. Damn it.
But so we go on a honeymoon. We go on honeymoon with them. We get back to Mandalay. It's already raining. It's already cold. I literally just wrote "fuck England" because I was like, I already hate this.
The estate is aggressively creepy.
Yeah.
And
this did make me think that we should down the line do a gothic romance month.
Yeah.
Because I really want to watch I think Laurence Olivier is in that too. The Merle Oberlin Wuthering Heights.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think he's in that too.
Oh, you know what I think in another world, this movie would be fitting for a Mike Flanagan, like haunting
Yeah.
house sort of adaptation. Granted, it's not as like ghostly or demonic as Bly Manor or like literally Haunting of Hill House, but the Manderley itself is so rich in lore and
Yeah.
like
Well, and
trouble.
we do get it a lot in the movie we're covering next week, which was why we paired the two together, which is Crimson Peak.
Mhm.
Which is like that is the ghost version of this in a lot of ways.
Right. Manderley is the ghost.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. Rebecca's the ghost, but she is Manderley. Her presence is felt like it, so much
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
And I love the vibe. I like it's really pretty.
You know what it is? You know what it is? I'm going to say it because I'm thinking it. Silent Hill. Only because
of the fog.
Because of the fog.
It's giving Silent Hill. Alessa.
Fog hates to see me like put on my critical hat.
One of those free movie channels that Chris and I watch all the time is playing the second Silent Hill movie, and it does seem very bad. Every clip I see from it is worse.
Honestly, it's better than the new one. It's better than the newest one.
Well, that doesn't say a lot. But nice try. Nice try, Jesse.
I will say this. They go to great lengths to practically bring Silent Hill to life in Revelations. But yeah, it's not the best video game adaptation.
No. We meet Mrs. Danvers, the housekeeper. Yes. I'm gonna say lesbian icon.
Oh yeah, this movie's very queer coded.
I literally posted Billy Eichner screaming, "Let's go lesbians!" during watching this because I was like, "This is." I wish this movie was more lesbian.
Yeah, I mean, not to be like in the book, but like Mrs. Chambers is really upset. Not to get into spoilers, but like she grew up. She was Rebecca's sort of like maid, if you will, from childhood.
Yeah.
Obviously the new Mrs. De Winter is really obsessed with Rebecca. There's just like a lot of like, it's queer coded for sure.
We all want to be Rebecca.
Well, yeah.
Everyone
loved Rebecca.
Yeah. Except for her husband, which we will find out soon.
Let's before I get into
table
my
that issue
critical of that. Let's table.
So it's Mrs. Danvers is obsessed with Rebecca. She's keeping the new Mrs. De Winter from entering Rebecca's bedroom. She's very much trying to keep her to the exact same schedule. She's like, well, Rebecca used to eat breakfast in this room, and she used to take her correspondence in this room, and everything is still monogrammed with R. It is very like, it isn't a ghost story literally, but the house itself is the ghost.
Yeah. Yep. And I really appreciate that the house seems, it doesn't seem like a set. It seems like they were actually in a house.
I do think it must have been a set though.
There's no way, but
not in 1940. They were not building this. Now they'd build this set. They would spend $20 million building this giant set.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, then the rooms are palatial and the ceilings are unbelievably tall and there's like beautiful woodwork. It's like you feel the setting, which is like maybe one of the best parts about the movie.
Okay. I'm looking. I'm trying to see. No, these were all sets. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that.
It also started filming right as Britain joined World War II.
Oh my God. This movie is really old. 1940.
Yeah. It's one of the oldest movies we've covered.
Yeah, and I mean the fact that it's as
this
good
might
as
be
as
the
it
oldest
is.
movie. I think this is older than Wolfman.
I think it's older than Wolfman. No, Wolfman was 1930.
I think Wolfman was 40s.
Wolfman. 1941. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So oldest movie we've seen. Not oldest movie we've seen. Oldest movie we've covered on the podcast. I have seen older movies. I saw Train Robbery. I saw the train driving into the station at the French place. I've seen old movies.
Haven't you seen the crashing of the moon? What's that called?
Yeah, I've seen from the Earth to the moon or whatever.
From the Earth to the moon. Oh
The
my
cheese
God, what is
moon.
that called? The cheese moon. Oh my God. Shame
My
on
film
us.
history teacher is pissed. I don't remember any details.
Yeah,
About
shame
that.
on us. I'm so sorry, cinephiles. But the yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say she breaks a little miniature like porcelain doll thing here. Which I was like, is that ever gonna come up again? And it comes up much later. Like 40 minutes later. It is crazy how it's like Chekhov's gun, except for just like broken miniature. And I'm like, when are we gonna talk about it?
Yeah, she breaks it and shoves it in a desk
the
drawer.
Back of the drawer, yeah.
Like, why would you not just fucking trash it?
I'm also like, Mrs. Danvers is going through those drawers.
So for sure. Yeah. Take the broken bits and throw them in the compactor. I mean, you don't have a compactor, but throw them in the trash. Throw them in the garden. Don't throw them in the garden. Bury them in the garden.
Throw them in the sea.
Throw them in the sea. You live near the sea.
As we've discovered from later in this movie, nothing you throw in the sea will ever come back to haunt you. We meet Maxim's sister and her husband. And they seem actually really nice.
They do seem nice. In the book, they're painted as a little annoying, but like, yeah, she's definitely like a benevolent presence.
Yeah. It's like, okay, she's like ready for a new sister-in-law.
Yes, and she's sympathetic to the fact that like she, the new Mrs. De Winter is younger, and Rebecca was like a presence everybody loved, and she understands sort of like how coming into that can be difficult. And
what is the age difference between Laurence Olivier and he's only 10 years older than her.
Oh, whoa. See, I don't know that I mean, they're both really good in this movie, and I don't. I
do think a little bit more, because they do seem contemporary in this movie to me. Like I felt like she was naive to the world at the beginning of the movie, but not like childlike. But I guess the actress was 23 and he was 33 when this movie filmed. So it's not like,
whoa, Joan Fontaine was 23.
Yeah.
That's crazy. If you had to cast this movie today, set aside the Armie Hammer remake. If you had to cast this movie today, who would you cast?
Keke Palmer.
Oh my God.
Keke Palmer as Maxim. No, I need to stop just saying Keke. I want Keke Palmer in everything.
I want her in everything.
I don't know. I think like Aaron Taylor Johnson as Maxim, and then I just love him. I think he's hot.
Yeah, he's scary. Hot. He's so hot.
And then someone. I mean, honestly, Lily Collins, although she's like 30, she's our age. I keep thinking she's young. Sabrina Carpenter. We're making a musical.
I feel in my mind, Maxim is like Hugh Jackman. Like he's older.
Yeah.
Like I would say Hugh Jackman. And then for the new Mrs. De Winter, I almost want to say like, only because I've been watching it and I'm obsessed, Grace Van Patten as the new Mrs. But it's got to be someone British. No, not necessarily.
No.
So maybe Grace Van Patten.
The British people are playing our characters all the time.
So
we're going to take their roles.
I'm going to say Grace Van Patten, and I'm going to say Hugh Jackman. That's where I'm standing on business.
We meet the hermit by the sea.
Yes.
And he's just weird.
Well, he is. How do I say this? He has information. He's not all there.
No, I think he is. I mean, he's a harbinger of doom archetype. He is this movie's, not to use an ableist character title, he's this movie's Crazy Ralph.
Yes.
Yes. And so he's very much like, there's something in the sea. The sea is not what it seems. He's not talking like that, but that's very much his vibe of just like, I exist by this sea to bring you back at some point.
Yes.
And I am here because the sea.
The vibe is he's like frenzied and seemingly like confused, and as such, the new Mrs. De Winter's confused.
Yeah. And
And
honestly,
so,
frenzied and really confused is my vibe too. So in that instance, I relate to him.
so you're a harbinger of doom.
Yeah, 100%.
For context, we meet him on the beach after
her dog runs into his house.
Runs into a
Hut.
cabin on the beach.
Yeah,
It's not necessarily his house. It's a cabin on the beach near Manderley.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of like hanging out there, and she encounters him. There's a odd exchange between the two of them, and then she grabs the dog and leaves. Yes. And then, of course, Maxim's like, "Why did you go over there? You didn't.
You're not supposed to go by the sea."
Exactly.
We do. I think we didn't. We haven't really landed on the fact that we, at this point, know that the previous Mrs. De Winter died in a boat accident at Manderley.
Yes.
Which is sort of slowly revealed over the opening chunks in France and Italy.
A year prior, she was at sea,
taken by the sea.
Yes. Well, but yeah, taken by the sea. But her body allegedly did wash up, and Maxim identified her body.
Yes.
So we do have a body, and she died. That's what we know.
Diva down. So at this
Diva floating.
This point is when Mrs. Danvers reveals that she believes one of the housekeepers named Robert has stolen an ornament, but it's the thing that Mrs. De Winter broke.
Right.
And so she finally has to be like, "I did it. I broke it." And Maxim's like, "Why wouldn't you tell Mrs. Danvers that immediately?" And she's like, "I'm a little scared of her."
She's terrifying.
She has an intense vibe. Why is she still here?
Yeah,
shouldn't
so
she
scary.
Be in the sea too? A really good.
Yeah, Maxim does not like Danvers. He's like, God damn it! Like,
she's the union of the Manderley employees keeping Mrs. Danvers from being fired must be very powerful.
And you know what? Good for them.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Union solidarity, even with old crones.
Union strong. This podcast, Union strong.
So Maxim goes to London, and we meet Rebecca's cousin.
Yes.
Yeah, Mrs. De Winter is looking into sort of Rebecca's wing of the house, and she sees someone looking back at her.
Wait, I think we skipped over something really quickly. Do we at this point meet Maxim's agent? Have we already met him? Because he's kind of a big character in the book, but not so much
I
here.
honestly don't know if I ever met his agent. I know there were different. This is a movie that has a lot of white guys, and they just say things.
Yes, that's very true.
Like in my mind, connects them all. Where like the investigator, the coroner, his lawyer, like they're all the same character to me. So that's my anti-white bigotry, and I'm sorry for that.
So the agent is also Maxim's friend, and he is another like kind of sympathetic figure toward the new Mrs. De Winter. His name is Frank Crawley. And I think at this point we have met him. So I feel like he deserves a mention because he is like around several times. But fast forward to the point that you were just at.
Yeah.
God damn it. Oh my God. We keep calling her Rebecca.
She's Joan.
Oh my God.
I just wish she had a first name.
I know.
The new Mrs. De Winter doesn't roll off the tongue the same way like Linda would.
Lisa
De Winter.
Babs.
Barbara.
Babs De
but
Winter.
So she sees Jack Favell, who is Rebecca's cousin, and he is in Rebecca's wing of the house. And he sort of like he pops up at the window, and then he walks over the windowsill into the room to introduce himself. Yeah. And she's like, "Do you want to get some tea?" And Mrs. Danvers is kind of looking at this whole situation very disapprovingly. And he's like, "I better not. I should go."
Yeah, he's really odd. You get the sense that he is very like entitled and like smarmy, and just bad vibes from this guy, bad vibes from Jack Favell.
But so at this point, the new Mrs. De Winters is like, okay, I want to go see Rebecca's wing.
Yes.
If that guy can be there, I can be there.
Can you imagine being in a house big enough to like not see one of the wings for maybe weeks or months?
A housekeeper's just not letting you go into a section of the house you own.
Like, wow.
The 40s were crazy.
The 40s were crazy. Having money is crazy.
I know.
Having a house is crazy.
Yeah. Owning? I don't think so. I don't think.
In this economy, owning property?
Yeah.
Crazy.
If you were to remake this movie now, they'd be renting Manderley.
And if you were making this movie now, you would be in like a large condo.
Yes. A 3-room condo.
In Long Beach.
There's 2 bedrooms and we have a little room with books and a TV.
Yeah.
It's called the observatory. But so she goes in and she sees sort of how luxurious Rebecca's wing of the house was, and Mrs. Danvers kind of shows not Rebecca, I'm getting confused too, Mrs. De Winter, how Rebecca would like get ready for bed and how her pillowcases were embroidered for her, and she she shows her like a nightie.
Yes,
and she's like, look how delicate it is, and she's like touching it and like kind of fondling it.
Yeah.
Let's go lesbians.
It's definitely queer code. Also nightgowns have really fallen off.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never worn
you
one. You
never wear your nightgown anymore.
But I mean, in cinema, you don't see them, around at Target.
Bring them back.
Nightgowns. Where did they go? I mean, they don't really seem comfortable.
No, I don't wear anything to sleep. So, I wouldn't.
As someone who gets warm easily when I sleep, I'm like, I don't want to wear anything except maybe underwear.
Yeah. Maybe underwear.
Sorry.
I like how your like sexy noise is petrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My default state is petrified.
And honestly, my default
is definitely frenzied.
My default state is being petrified of you. So we're both one and the same there.
God. Am I your Rebecca?
And I'm your Mrs. De Winter.
Perfect. Manderley Apartments.
So she finds a little note from Jack that is kind of like sexy. And it's like, Rebecca, I'll be there, and how? I love old-timey sexting.
Did you kind of get the as someone who had not seen this before or read the book, did you get the notion kind of at this point that Jack and Rebecca had some sort of like tryst happening?
So at this point in time in film history, cousins were lovers.
Oh my God.
So it's like I saw Cousin and I was like, that's just a lover Rebecca hasn't met yet.
That's crazy because this was like 70 years ago. This was not the medieval times.
This is almost 90 years ago.
Oh my God, I'm so bad at math. I'm so bad at math.
This is 85 years ago.
Yeah. Oh my God, 60 years ago.
World War II was closer to the Civil War than we are to World War II now.
I feel like,
oh my God,
that's so depressing. That seems
that
right.
Is true. Yeah.
I feel like when I think about the 90s now, I think of our time as like being the year 2000. I'm like 1950, 1940, that was 60 years ago. Like, I don't think that it's the year 2026.
Well, now when I think about the 90s, I think of the 1890s. I'm like, the age is gilded.
Yes. I still think that we're in the year 2000.
Does this movie take place in the time it came out, or is it?
That's a really good question.
I never once thought.
That's a really good question because in the text, it feels older. But also, Stuart, I think just at this time in the UK, I don't know that it's hard to tell because in the UK, I feel like they were doing shit like having tea time like multiple
still
times
are.
a day.
I'm watching Ladies of London. They are still doing tea time. I can tell you.
Rich people were just like having tea time and like trying on clothes.
So
and,
one of them, one of the ladies of London is a Marchioness. And so
what is that?
it's like a step above a baroness.
Okay.
It's the title that Lady Edith holds at the end of Downton Abbey, which means she outranks Lady Mary, and that's the whole TV drama mama.
Does she own a marsh?
No, I don't know, but they have they have an estate that's very Manderley, except for it's better kept, and there's no Mrs. Danvers.
Copy.
Okay. And that's Ladies of London Minute in the middle of our Rebecca episode. Okay,
vital update.
Let's tie in.
Yes.
So, Mrs. Danvers convinces Mrs. De Winter to they're gonna do a costume party. She's like, look at the walls, find a picture you like, and I will get them to make a dress for you based on the picture.
Yes.
And so she finds this one picture of Max and family that she has made, except for it is literally the same dress that Rebecca wore at the last ball that they hosted at Manderley before her death.
This is actually a huge point in the book and the movie because it cements Danvers as like a trickster and like a bitch, and also like fully everyone is just like seeing the new Mrs. De Winter in this dress is like extremely activated.
Yeah, everyone,
including and especially Maxim. He's like, "Holy shit, what's wrong with you?
Take that off."
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Like the new Mrs. De Winter like can't decide on what to wear, but she has like really cool sketches. She has like a woman who like a Joan of Arc kind of figure in like medieval like attire. She has in the book they're like, you should go as Alice in Wonderland, and it's like,
do something fun.
Options. Do something fun.
Don't dress like an old timey woman.
Yeah,
wear a costume to the costume party.
Exactly.
His dead wife. That is something I would do though.
Yeah, you would.
I would wear the nasty pig that his dead wife wore.
You would wear a harness and jockstrap. His jockstrap. His jockstrap.
So she goes upstairs, and Mrs. Danvers is basically trying to like tell her to jump out the window.
Yeah, it's wild. Also, she's like 2 floors up.
Yeah, it would barely hurt.
Yeah.
It would be like, ow, and you'd stand up and walk away.
Yes.
Especially with how much, how well kept all the greenery on the Manderley is. Like, you're
she
fine.
Would, like, bounce. She'd bounce off.
Bounce, roll, and then go get another drink. Like,
yeah, go put on another costume. And which she does in the text. She puts on her, like, pajamas and goes back downstairs.
Good for her. But in this, a boat crashes.
Yes.
And that interrupts them. And so they find a sailing boat under the boat that crashed. And dun dun dun, there's a lady's body in it. And Maxim is sort of a mess, and he explains that like I lost my place. That the body that they buried wasn't Rebecca's, and he knew it, but when it came up on land, he sort of was just like, oh well, a body's a body.
Yeah. It was very convenient.
Yeah. And that he put her body into that boat thinking it would never come back.
Yes. Well, he kind of shortly before this, he confesses to the new Mrs. De Winter that he killed her, right? He killed Rebecca.
It's a little bit later that he confesses.
Oh, sorry.
He sort of was like, she died, and then I put her in boat, and then later he's explaining the fight.
Okay, got it. Go ahead.
But and then
spoiler.
It's an 85-year-old movie. I think we're 65. Fine on spoiler. Yeah, it's in the year 2000 as we record this podcast.
Great.
I'm really excited for NSYNC's third album. I bet
you
it's going to be great.
I can't wait for now that's what I call 2000.
Yeah, I can't wait for Alias to premiere in a year. But so
this is where you make a 9/11 joke.
She says, the Twin Towers are always going to be standing. I could never imagine them not. The peace sign, that's for the 2 towers.
Stop. I regret saying that.
You told me to make a 9/11 joke, and I made 2.
I
gave you twice the jokes for the same amount of money, which is nothing.
You did exactly what you're supposed to do. I'm the one who is in the wrong.
Yeah, you're the one you should never tell me to make a joke. because I will.
Noted.
But so she said at this point, the new Mrs. De Winter is like, you could never love me the way you love Rebecca. And he's like, that's a joke. I hated Rebecca. I like that the twist is just like, actually, I hated that bitch.
Yes.
And he's explaining that the moment they got married, she turned around and was like, I'm never going to fuck you.
Yes.
I will pretend to be a good wife and hostess, but I'm going to fuck everyone else except for you.
This story really walked so Gone Girl could run.
Yes.
Like Amelia Dunn is very Rebecca coded. Gillian Flynn, like without question, I'm sure took like inspiration from
Suburban
all of her
Rebecca.
books from Suburban Rebecca. Like, I mean, yeah. So that's all I have to say. It also makes me want a Gillian Flynn written Rebecca update.
So what I want is, this is how I felt about the new Wuthering Heights. I want people to be able to make movies influenced by texts, but not adaptations of texts.
Yes.
I want Emerald Fennell to make her gothic romance. I don't need, and she's supposedly going to remake Basic Instinct. And I'm like, no,
is that true?
I don't know. The original screenwriter said that it's in the works, but I want her to make her version of a 90s sexy thriller. I don't need it to be a remake of Basic Instinct. Just give me Emerald Fennell presents high-powered bitch ruins man's life. Like, that's what I want. Like, and it's just like, I don't need I think we're losing the be inspired by things. Don't adapt. You don't have to adapt Wuthering Heights. Make your own Moorish mystery house movie.
I mean, Steven Spielberg said this week, he said, we're going to run out of IPs if we don't like start making original movies. So people, can you just lock in and like adapt your ideas?
Yeah. And now we have Strawbellina, the AI generated strawberry soap opera on TikTok.
Stop. Oh my God. Wait, I've watched multiple episodes. Yes.
That's our new IP.
Yes.
It's a dark time.
Okay. Do you think Steven Spielberg has seen Strawbellina or knows what Strawbellina is?
No. And honestly, bless him for it.
I kind of think at some point during the filming or the promo of Disclosure Day, Josh O'Connor was on TikTok and
Coleman
said
Domingo
Steven Spielberg.
showed him.
Coleman Domingo was on TikTok and said, "Hey, Stevie, look at this." And Steven Spielberg said, "If this is the future, we're cooked." And then he's
like, "I'm going to make one last Alien movie and it's over."
And then he called the Hollywood Reporter and said, "This is the end."
This is the end.
He said, "I've seen Strawbellina and this is the end.
It's over." So Maxim is like, she said she was pregnant, but it wasn't my kid, but she's going to raise it as my kid. And so Manderley would go to a bastard child that was not my kid.
Right.
And in the argument, she fell, hit her head, and he put her in the boat and pushed her to sea.
Oh, yeah, in the argument. He hasn't revealed yet that he shot her, right?
Did he shoot her?
Oh my God, in the book he shoots her.
I don't think he shoots her in the movie.
Wait. Oh my God.
He could have. I will say, this movie was a struggle. I enjoyed this movie, but I did struggle paying attention to this movie as I am just tired. So he could have shot her in the movie, but I just don't remember.
Wait, yeah. Maxim admits to shooting her in the cottage by the sea. So, yikes! Wow,
did he shoot her after he knocked her over and she hit her head?
No, I think he shoots her. She's kind of like coming at him
in
more
the
or less.
movie.
She's like teasing him.
I would have loved a flashback.
Me too, but I think the fact that we never see Rebecca is also pretty effective, right? Like,
I don't think he shoots her in the movie.
I think in the book, yes, but I don't think you should. I think.
I think because it's also, this is a code thing, so the Hays Code wouldn't let the male lead of the movie actually murder someone.
Whoa.
So a lot of the change. That's why I asked you at the beginning. I was like, "What are the changes from the book?" Because like a lot of this feels code. where
Whoa,
it is
whoa, whoa,
like
whoa.
it sets him, it lets you feel like he could have been the killer, but it's never going to actually have him be a killer. And then it goes from now on, it goes so far in a direction of like Rebecca was evil, Rebecca was scheming, everything was Rebecca's fault. He's actually a good guy. He just got caught up in the web of Rebecca.
Right. So sorry for just for clarification for our listeners, when you say the Hays
The
Code,
Hays
you mean
Code
that's
was
a device.
it was self-inflicted by the film industry in the 30s and 40s and I think early 50s that sort of established like no interracial relationships, no gay relationships. Anyone who was a villain or did something villainous must get punished in the end. And so
Whoa.
it really like it set up, it was to prevent the American government from coming in and saying this is censoring movies. So they were like, well, we'll just censor ourselves.
Wow.
And so a lot of movies of this time really flirt with the idea of like a woman being evil and then they like kill her.
Right. Right.
Because
Wow.
once someone has done something villainous, they can't live
Hollywood
or
is
they have to get
crazy.
punished. I also note at this point, this is the second Hitchcock movie we've watched this month that involves an inquest into the death of a character's first wife.
Yeah.
Because Vertigo also has that.
Yeah.
That weird
Hitchcock's
like
really
court
trying to
scene.
tell us something.
He's like,
Yeah.
well, before Alma, don't look into my other wife. I don't think Hitchcock was married before Alma, but
How old was he during Rebecca when he was shooting Rebecca? I
young.
always think of him as like an older man.
Because this is 20 years
How
before
old
Psycho.
was Hitchcock when he made Rebecca? He was 40. He was 40 in 1940. Oh my God.
40 under 40 in 40.
Was Hitchcock hot when he was young? Hitchcock young.
So
He wasn't very hot. Actually, he wasn't very hot. Sorry. Sorry,
okay.
Hitchcock.
So actually, I think they discover holes.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
During the inquest, they discover something that sort of implicates Mr. De Winter, and he's starting to sort of be like angry. And at this point, Mrs. De Winter faints in church right before, not church, in court. So they have to adjourn for the day. And I feel like this is the part where she is becoming a little bit more attuned to the world and a little bit more manipulative. And I don't know if she actually faints here or if she's pretending to faint here.
I think she faints. She in the book she faints. She like actually.
I think in the movie, I'm not so sure in the movie though.
Oh,
I think for my reading of this movie is from the scene where he tells her everything about Rebecca. She grows up. And she starts to see the world in a different way. And I might just be reading way too much into it, but
the Hays Code said that if you learn your husband murdered someone and that person was bad, you have to faint in court.
Yeah,
you have to faint in court.
So at this point,
act like you're fainting.
At this point, Jack Favell comes back into it, and he's like, "So Rebecca wrote me this note implying that she's pregnant." And it was like dated right before she died. So like, I'm not going to turn this into the court, but I would love an estate up north with horses.
Yeah, the blackmail is front and center.
It is. It's not subtle.
It's not subtle.
But Maxim is like, you know what? Do you know who's going to hear about this? The cops.
Yeah, police.
And so he's like, everyone come in. Let's talk about the note that he just tried to blackmail me with.
Mr. Police Jack Favell is trying to blackmail me.
Yeah. And so at this point, they also discover that she was secretly going to a doctor in London.
Yes.
And the only person who knows it is Mrs. Danvers. And so this is where they really think they're going to find out, like, oh, she was pregnant. Like he killed her because she was pregnant with another man's baby. Twist, she had cancer.
Dude, Rebecca was crazy.
I would love just a Rebecca prequel Just her like wandering the halls of Manderley, fucking dudes and getting cancer.
Sorry, I should back up. She wasn't crazy. She was like a messy.
She was ahead of her time.
Drama. She was ahead of
her time.
She had, in the text, she had a place in London where she did her debauchery. Yeah. It's implied that she had orgies. It's implied that she did drugs.
No loads refused.
She constantly told Maxim, she was like, I'm going to go to London and get my shit.
Yeah. And you're going to be, I don't know, the Moors.
Yes. Exactly.
But so they determined that at this point she was going to die. She couldn't have been pregnant because of how much cancer she had. And she was trying to get Maxim to murder her so that he would be ruined. Because she was going to die already and she hated. They never really established why she hates this guy.
Yeah.
I do always support women's wrongs. So like I'm on her side, but I would love like why?
She said eat the rich. Once again, this movie's ahead of its time.
Ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And they are now driving. He is exempt. He is not guilty. They free him. Maxim innocent. And they're going back to Manderley where they find it on fire.
Right.
And Mrs. De Winter is escaping, and it is implied that Mrs. Danvers is still inside.
Yep. Not implied. She's dead ass inside.
Yeah. And the book is like she sets the fire, right?
If it's not clear, it's they just see Manderley from a distance in flames. Also pretty vital. This entire story is more or less a flashback. The book starts. The new Mrs. De Winter is talking about how she and Maxim have like found solace in like by the sea and like or by the sea in a different country, and she's kind of reflecting
she's like, beautiful different sea.
Yes. Well, in this movie, there's kind of a voiceover that's like, in my dreams, I see Manderley. So this movie sort of hints at it.
Yeah.
But in the book, it's like straight up like a kind of a flashback. So, but yeah, back to the finale, we see the house up in flames. Danvers is standing in the middle of the house. And she is crushed by beams. She's crushed by flaming beams.
And honestly, that's how I want to go. Crushed by beams.
That makes one of us. That makes one of us.
You always are saying, I don't want to die crushed by flaming beams.
I'm constantly saying, hope I don't die via crushing beams.
Yeah.
Unless said beams are in the home of Josh O'Connor.
Yeah. You are. It's a very specific carve out for your beam fear.
Unless the beams are in the ceiling of Josh O'Connor's bedroom, specifically above his bed, which I would be in with him.
Yeah.
And we awaken in the middle of the night and the beams fall and immediately kill us and we don't feel pain. That's how I want to go.
And that's on T. That was Rebecca. I really liked Rebecca. Next week, we're going to be back with Crimson Peak with a very special guest. And we're excited to see you soon. And we love you guys.
We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
This podcast has been presented and produced by Stuart Ross and Jesse Tappett. Edited by Stuart Ross. All recording equipment provided by Photo Booth Productions. To support our podcast, join us at patreon.com/anothergayhorrorpod.